we smart
No.
talk?
Fucking go, Matt. God damn it.
Welcome back to the Bets and Brewskis podcast. It is fucking wild card weekend, boys.
Super wild card weekend.
Fucking hell yeah, super wild card weekend. We have officially fucking made it. It is playoff time, baby. We got Brenton, Bad Brewski Bradford, and we got Elliot, Autism Stalked Up, joining me today. How we doing, boys?
Oh, fantastic. Doing great. Cannot
good.
wait for these games this weekend. I'm stoked.
So, officially, yeah, that would be great fucking internet right there. So, if you could just run right into a tree.
Not upload that one if I die today.
Jesus.
If you're okay, we're still uploading it.
Fair enough.
If you're not, probably still going to upload it.
Yeah, what are you going to say?
True.
Anyway, we got the playoffs officially lined up. Chiefs, number 1 seed in the AFC. Eagles, number 1 seed in the NFC. Those teams both get a bye. Everyone else is playing. I mean, any early Super Bowl favorites you guys like?
I actually did place a bet for a Super Bowl matchup that I believe is going to happen. I've got the Buffalo Bills versus the San Francisco 49ers. I got that at plus 750.
Oh, I like that.
Don't mind that.
Yeah.
The biggest question is Brock Purdy, can he play cool under pressure in the playoffs?
Yeah.
But under that rock solid defense, does he even need to play that well?
Yeah. I worry about the Bills slightly because the AFC is so stacked right now. And I don't know. I think the Bengals are going to go back to back this year, get back to the Super Bowl. I just think they have one of the best all-round teams right now. Some offensive linemen went down last week for the Bengals, which does worry me a little bit. And I'm still going to ride with the San Francisco 49ers. Still got my future ticket in my pocket. Really need that to cash. So
the Baltimore Ravens ticket I have is not looking great.
Not great at all, pal.
The fucker does not play.
Yeah. I have a Super Bowl ticket on the Chiefs. I got it at like plus 500 a couple weeks ago. So, I mean,
they're
easy work.
Plus 400 now, aren't they?
Yeah, like plus 350 maybe.
350, okay.
So, like, I mean, out of the AFC, I think it's definitely them and the Bills. But the Bills are going to have such a tough road. Like, they have the Dolphins this weekend, which who knows what the Dolphins are going to be. And then if they win, they face either the Bengals or the Ravens, which I'm assuming will probably be the Bengals.
Yeah.
And that's a tough matchup. So that would also be kind of a weird matchup with all the things that just happened last Monday or 2 Mondays ago.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you guys just want to fucking jump right into it?
Jump in. Let's give us game number 1, sir.
Super Wildcard weekend begins on Saturday, 4:30 p.m.
Who doesn't love Saturday football?
Exactly. Everybody loves Saturday football. The Seahawks are traveling into San Francisco to play Brock Purdy and the boys. Line's at 9.5 now. It started out at 10. Niners are the favorites. Totals at 42. Bradford, initial thoughts on this game?
This is kind of a tough one, given it's Brock's first playoff game. I didn't really look into it, but is this also Gino's first playoff game too?
Yes.
At least as a starter.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
I think the San Francisco defense is going to give Gino some fits. They didn't play particularly well against the Rams last week. They really eked out the dub. I like Niners minus 9.5. I think that defense just doesn't let Seattle score, and I think the Niners have enough skill players, even with Brock Purdy, I also do have a nice parlay set here. I've got Christian McCaffrey anytime tutter, Geno Smith under 227.5, and Christian McCaffrey over 39.5 receiving. That is plus 428.
Can I try to
So-
get you away from the Geno under yardage?
I was
No.
gonna say the same thing. My only reasoning.
It's already locked in.
I understand you already placed it, but if there's a cash out, you might want to take it. San Francisco's defense is ranked very high, mostly because they are number 2 in rushing defense. Their passing defense is kind of susceptible, though. Let's see here. Seattle is 18th in rush yards per game. San Francisco's 2nd in rush yards per game. Seattle is 11th in pass yards per game on offense. San Francisco's defense is 20th in stopping the pass. So
There is no cash out option. I will be riding.
I understand.
I do see your points,
Yeah,
but I think 230 is a lot for a first time playoff appearance.
I do agree that I think there will be some nerve, but Geno's also going in there and playing with, he showed that he can compete at a higher level.
He also has nothing to lose. He's got the
That's-
biggest
yeah,
set of
that's-
nuts
that's what
on
I'm
him right
saying.
now.
He's just going in there. He's going to sling the pill around. I do lean the San Francisco 49ers minus 9.5. The only thing keeping me away from that is the fact that San Francisco's defense has been susceptible to the big play, and Kenneth Walker is one of the most explosive backs in the game. He can bust out a 70-yard run, once a game and really kind of change the whole momentum of the game. So I'm going to stay away from that. But what I will do is I love San Francisco as a teaser leg this week. I love buying them down, taking it 7 points down to minus 2.5, getting through the key number of the 3 there, and using them as a leg in a money line parlay or something like that at that minus 2.5. I do think San Francisco gets it done, moves on. Brock Purdy, he's playing at a high level right now. There's no other way to put it. I mean, he's been fantastic. So I do like San Francisco.
Yep. 64% of the bets, 81% of the money's on the Niners. San Francisco this season 8-1 against the spread at home. Seattle is 4-3 against the spread on the road. So advantage Niners there. These teams just played it was Thursday night football 5 weeks ago, something like that. And it was a close game. It was in Seattle. Niners won by 8. It was 21-13. But I just got to think Debo's back, isn't he?
Yes.
Too many weapons on that Niners offense.
It's in San Francisco. I was at the beginning of this. Honestly, I was leaning Seattle just because that's so many points for a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's not so much Kenneth Walker that scares me, but it's Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf with the deep ball. If Geno can hit those, they're probably going to be opportunities for long passes. Fuck.
This may be a good instance where you could get some live bets. If you see that Seattle's coming out and trying to run the ball a whole lot, maybe take a San Francisco ticket at that point. But if they're coming out and they're slinging the rock and trying to take the deep ball, then you can try to get Seattle at a good number. But so
here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Geno Smith over 227.5. Sorry, Bradford.
It's okay.
I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey in his first playoff game to score a touchdown, minus 160. And I'm going to take the San Francisco Niners money line in a parlay that will get you plus 250.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Pretty solid, mate.
I think that's going to be my bet on this game. because like I want to take the Niners minus 9.5, but
It is a
like
lot of points, and
it's still like the Seahawks. Everybody thought the Seahawks were going to win 4 games this year, and they're in the fucking playoffs. Like Pete Carroll is definitely telling the boys that they're going to be fucking ready to go. Division opponent, they've seen them twice. Like San Francisco did blow them out early in the year whenever they played in San Francisco, but I just still think that's so many points. I don't know. So I got McCaffrey, Tud, Geno over, Niners money line plus 250. That's my lock on this game.
Love it.
All right. Anything else on that game?
No,
I'm straight.
I think it's one of the more lopsided games of the weekend. But
all right, sounds good. One of the honestly, I think the most exciting game of the weekend. And if you said that at the beginning of the year, I would have told you you're fucking out of your mind. We have the Los Angeles Chargers traveling down to Duval County to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chargers minus 2.5, over-unders at 47.5. Elliot, what you got on this one, pal?
Yeah, like you said, best game of the weekend. We got 2 young stars, Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Herbert. Trevor Lawrence looked fantastic here recently. Not his best game last week against the Titans. Jaguars also have the rest advantage coming into this game, and for some reason, Brandon Staley did one of the dumbest things you've ever seen a head coach do, and he didn't sit his starters last week. Mike Williams is hurt. We don't know if he's playing this week or not. I understand maybe getting him out there in the first half, first quarter, getting some reps in, but playing them the entire game in a nothing game is just ridiculous. So that's got to play into it a little bit. Mike Williams is a huge piece of that offense. He's a huge target downfield. So I'm gonna ride on Jag's side this week. I like him plus 2.5. I also like the over. Now I would try to buy the Jags up to 3, of course, get to that key number. But I'm also riding with the over in this game at 47.5. I just think both defenses have not been that great, and I think that both quarterbacks are going to put up some points. I would not be surprised if each one of them has almost like a legacy type game, cementing that they are the next generation of great quarterbacks.
Gotcha. Let me just throw in some stats here real quick because I did dive a little deeper into this game just because I do think this is going to be like probably the best game of the weekend. Jacksonville offense. Stay with me. This is going to be quite a bit. Cool.
Okay.
Jacksonville offense, 14th in rushing yards per game. Chargers defense, 28th in stopping the run. So Jacksonville can run the ball with ETN if they want to. Chargers, 3rd in passing yards per game. Jaguars, 28th in stopping the pass. So advantage Herbert and the boys. I know they have Williams out, but I think Eckler out of the backfield. You still have Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, Josh Palmer. You still have some boys. So that could be huge for the Chargers. Jags are 10th in passing yards per game. Chargers are 7th in stopping the pass. So that's pretty even. Chargers. So I looked up this stat. I think it's going to come down to 3rd downs and 4th downs, considering Brandon Staley likes to go for it on 4th down 50% of the time. Chargers, number 1 in converting on 3rd downs. Jaguars are 25th in stopping opponents on 3rd down. Jaguars are 12th in converting 3rd downs. Chargers are 7th in stopping on 3rd down. So advantage Chargers there as well. Chargers 4-0-1 last 5 against the spread. Jags 3-0 against the spread versus teams with a winning record. 5-1-1 against the spread, and last 7 versus AFC. Like this is as even of a matchup as you can get. However, I do think, and I don't believe in this, but I know Brenton does, and there are several other people. the NFL might cook a little bit for the referees to just get Jay Herbie his first playoff dub against an up-and-coming quarterback in Trevor Lawrence.
They love Herbert.
They do love Herbert.
Jerk him off
And
almost as much as Mahomes.
so I'm not going with this pick because of that, but I do think that the Chargers match up pretty well against the Jaguars. So I will be taking the Chargers money line at minus 138.
Yeah.
I'm with Matt on not just what he said about
Ooh.
the refs. I think the Chargers have been getting hot at the right time. Herbert's really showing out.
I definitely thought you were going the other way.
No,
Yeah, you've been dragging off the past 3
from
weeks,
what I
right?
saw from the Jags last week, I
That's
was
what
not
I'm
a big
saying.
fan on what they did to a mediocre Titans team. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, great. It was a close game and good for them for gutting it out and getting in the playoffs, but I think they stop here. I think Chargers, I'm going to take them minus 2.5. I think it's going to be a good game, but when you're giving me 2.5, all you got to do is kick a field goal if it's tied. I like the minus 2.5. I do have another parlay set up for this if anybody wants to rock with me.
Yes, sir.
Mike Williams being out, I think Josh Palmer gets in the end zone. He had a few games this season where he cooked me in fantasy.
So, every time that Mike Williams has been out, Keenan will always get doubled, and then Josh Palmer is there, and that's happened because Mike Williams was out for several games during the season, and Josh Palmer was a huge weapon. So I like that a lot, actually.
So I got Josh Palmer, Tutty. I got Herbert
That's it,
over 1.5 pass touchdowns.
Yeah,
and then
I like that a lot.
I do have Keenan Allen's over 73.5 strictly because of volume. I think he gets. You got to throw it to your security blanket.
You got that at a great number. It's now sitting at 77.5.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's plus 467 is what I got it at.
I actually like that a lot. I don't really want to ride with Keenan's over now that it's at 77.5, but
maybe you could alternate. You just go like 70.
True. 70 plus is minus 154.
I like it.
Yeah, don't mind that actually at all. That's pretty juicy right there, Bradford. All right, anything else on that one?
No, I'm excited for that one.
I'm good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of these matchups, they're kind of shit due to QBs not being in this weekend, but this one's going to be good. Both teams are running at pretty much optimal power besides Mike Williams. So
yeah, and this is one of the few matchups that isn't like between a divisional opponent. So I'm excited for that one. Saturday night's going to be a blast. I'm going to be drunk as fuck. All right, Sunday, 1 o'clock. Sobriety's killing you, buddy. Sunday, 1 o'clock, we got the Skylar Thompson-led Miami Dolphins.
Is it Skylar Thompson going to be in there?
Yep.
Oh.
It's going to be Skylar.
Teddy's going to end up playing.
Fuck, dude.
I mean,
sucks.
honestly, at this point, Teddy's been out for too long. You rode with Skylar last week through a full week. You might as well. He's been thrown to the ones. Teddy hasn't thrown all week, so.
I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is better than Skylar Thompson.
Not if you can get Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson cooking. It doesn't really matter.
Well, Raheem Mostert has a broken hand, so.
Oh, he's out?
No, he had surgery on it. He's got a big cast on it, and he's going to play.
Perfect.
Yeah. Who is?
Yeah.
Fucking stiff arm sons of bitches with
that.
that.
Thing as a club.
He doesn't need to stiff arm anybody when he runs faster than him.
Yeah, he's going to look like Jason Pierre-Paul out there with a big old cast, beating people over the head with it.
It worked for him. Why not for Raheem?
So
Dolphins travel up to Buffalo. Spreads at 13.5 now because whenever they officially announced Tua out, it went up to 13.5. It was at 9.5. Total is at 43.5. Bradford, what you got on this one, bud?
I'm not touching the spread on this one because
dude, this is the only game that I was like, there's no fucking way I can get down on either side.
No, I mean the Dolphins could still with their skill players. I mean, Tyreek runs up behind the defense. All Skylar has to do is not throw it to the other team. So I like Bills, obviously, but I'm not going to take them by 13.5 points. The only thing I'll probably select in this game is maybe the over. I think it has a chance to go over. 43.5 is what I got it at. But then that just depends on. It's going to be tough to reach if Skylar Thompson plays shitty. So, but I'll never bet the under on a playoff game, baby. Then I do have a parlay here as well.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Diggs touchdown, Allen over 260.5, and Diggs over 79.5 for a nice plus 333.
What was his total? What was his receiving yards at?
79.5.
I don't know if I like Josh Allen over 260 passing yards because I don't know if he's gonna have to throw that much in this game.
He's airing the bitch out, Elliot. It's Josh fucking Allen.
I have to slightly disagree with you on the total. I think this is going to be an under game. 43.5 seems like, it's not that much. The Bills are a high-flying offense, and the Dolphins, they got really good weapons. But, I mean, the Dolphins put up 11 points, and that's only because they got the safety at the end of the game on the Jets. And the Jets' defense is good. The Bills' defense is ranked up there with them. I think the Dolphins are going to struggle to put up points, and I don't think the Bills are going to put up 40 themselves. So I'm going to have to lean under on this game. I don't like the full game spread at 13.5, but right now you can get the first half Bills -7, and I love that. I love them first half -7. I think they're going to get out to an early lead like they've done in several games, and if the Dolphins start maybe getting something together in the second half, it's going to be too late, and the Bills are going to win this game. So give me the under on the total, and give me the Bills first half +7 or -7.
Nice.
I actually like that a lot. Let me pull up the stats real quick. I honestly didn't have much on this game because, I mean, all the metrics say to take the Bills, but I just can't at 13.5. Tickets and money are split 50-50. A little more of the public is on the Bills. I can't get down on either side. I do like Josh Allen has been susceptible, much like Dak in the recent weeks, to throw an interception. Dolphins secondary is pretty good. They got Xavier Howard out there. They got a bunch of other studs out there. I think the only way the Dolphins keep it close is if the defense can get a couple turnovers. Josh Allen interception, yes or no, is plus 112 for yes to throw an interception. I will make that my official bet on this game.
Ooh,
put the account on that.
Yeah, plus you're getting plus money on Josh Allen interception. Oh, I like that a lot.
And like that offense takes deep shots all the time. They're not scared to sling the ball down the field, so they don't really have a running back, so they can't do that. So
I like that a lot. I might go put that down myself.
Just found that juicy one. I was looking for
another lopsided game.
Sorry, I was looking for a Skylar Thompson interception line, but they didn't have it up.
Well,
so
3.5
props up because
yeah,
because they may not have it because we're not sure if it's Teddy or Skylar yet.
Yeah, but I'm pretty positive it's going to be Skylar.
Yep. Just put a $5 on Josh to throw a pick, so I'll be rooting for a pick, baby.
Same.
Yeah, it's going to hurt that yardage.
I don't give a fuck. They'll get the ball right back and they'll throw it to her.
Yeah.
All right. On to the 4:00 game on Sunday. We got kind of a banger. It's against what this show has said. This pod has put out into the universe that these two teams are absolute fucking frauds. We've said it all year. We've said it all year. However, they are now in a 4:00 matchup on Super Wildcard weekend. It is the fraud bowl of the year. We have the New York Football Giants going into Minnesota to take on Skull, Victor the Viking and the fucking Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are -3. Totals at 48.5. Tickets of money are split. Bradford, what you got on this one, pal?
Yeah, as I've called both of these teams very large frauds, but I think one team is glaringly more fraudulent than the other, and I think that's the Giants. I don't think the Giants are good. I think they crawled into the playoffs, bro. Are you kidding me? They coasted off of a very good start to the season. Would they start like 6-2 or something? And they've just sputtered into the playoffs on the back of Saquon Barkley and Danny Dickhead Dimes. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings and I'm gonna take a -3 here. I think the Vikings offense gets back on track. And then I have a pretty juicy parlay, and this is my Justin Jefferson jerk off special. It's Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown, Justin Jefferson over 125 alternate, and Vikings money line, and it's a nice plus 716, baby.
Oh, baby.
125.
Oh yeah, I think he balls out.
You might as well go ahead and throw him to get 2 touchdowns in there.
Yeah, for real.
I don't want to be too risky here. No, he's had a lot of games. He's had a lot of games where he's had 10, 11 receptions, no touchdowns, 100 and something yards. Yeah. So I like 1 touchdown. I think he's only got like 4 or 5 on the season, actually, touchdowns.
Yeah. Okay. I have to agree. Both teams very fraudulent. I think I mean look at their matchup earlier this year. The Vikings only won it because they had a 62-yard field goal to set an all-time Vikings record to win that game, right?
That was when the Giants were playing good. Now they're playing shit.
Brian Daboll is a genius, okay? This man's going to have a game plan cooked up. They're well rested. They didn't play last week, and we had the Vikings out here playing last week. So I think the Giants come in. They're going to play really well. What's the total on this game again?
48.5. The only reason Elliot likes the Giants and Dayball is because he fucking looks like Dayball.
Yeah, that's right. I do look like Dayball. We're a couple of fat boys together. That's all right, though.
You drive a Ford F-150 too.
You know what? I'm gonna. All right, here. You want to go head-to-head, Brenton, real quick?
Let's go.
If the Vikings cover, I will shave to have a goatee like Dayball. But if the Giants cover, you have to shave to have a goatee like Dayball.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I'm not shaving. I'm not shaving.
That's electric.
I just got it trimmed up. By Garrison. He faded me up, got my beard trimmed up.
Hey. Hell yeah. Fucking
How about
You don't trust it. You know what?
I'll think of something. Hold on.
How long is the sobriety run supposed to last?
This is what I was at 2 months.
Okay.
So you're gonna add a month to that?
How about?
No, I'm not gonna add a month to that. Fuck that.
Okay, well that was the proposal, was a month.
So add a month or lose a month? I can't risk it. I'll take the 2 months.
So hold on. What if it was add a month or Elliot shaves down to a goatee?
What about the opposite way?
So I don't have to trim to a goatee. Okay, so if Vikings cover, you get a month off. I don't want a whole month. What about 2 weeks? That's a month is a lot. That's half of our
bullshit.
No.
This goatee's forever.
No, it's got to be a month.
I don't like a month. That's just too much time off of your.
What about?
Your...
Never mind. Fuck it. Next game.
We'll make it.
Give me the over to 48.5. I can see this going over.
I don't know about that. Giants are really fucking good against the spread. Like they have been all season. They've been pretty good the last few weeks too. I mean, they beat the Commanders on Monday Night Football. They beat the shit out of the Colts. Which the Colts are a bad football team. Last week, they played the ones on the Eagles. Like they played the Eagles ones damn near all game, and they held them to 22 points. Like I know Eagles weren't like really trying to do a whole lot because they were still trying to keep people healthy while locking up the 1 seed. But I still think the Giants can keep it close, and I don't think Minnesota is that fucking good. If it, like you said, Elliot, if it wasn't for Big Dick Gregory Z with that 61-yarder, I mean, Giants might have snuck that one out in overtime. Giants have a huge advantage in the rushing attack, and I think Saquon Barkley is about to fucking go off. Vikings defense is absolutely terrible all around. I know Danny Dimes isn't great passing the ball, but Vikings secondary is also not great. So I think the Giants just overall have the advantage. I will be taking Giants +3. Thank you very much. Have a great fraudulent bowl Sunday.
Yep.
Anything else on that game?
It's probably the second best game of the schedule, second or third. So,
honestly, I do think it'll be a good game only because it's a playoff game. Like, if this was a regular season game, I really probably wouldn't give a shit.
Well, even their
but we are in the playoff
game. Season was a good one.
Right. But now we're in the playoffs and every fucking game matters. So
yep.
Fucking show up or get the fuck out, bitches.
All right. If the Giants cover, I will do the day ball goatee. Now, this doesn't mean I have to wear it everywhere. I can rock it once, take a picture. Yeah. You know, you can post it wherever. Maybe I'll wear it for a fucking day.
You got to wear it at least once on the podcast.
That's fair.
That video forever.
That's fair. But if the Vikings cover, I get 5 days in which I can drink during this sobriety. 5 days.
Ooh. That's a great bet right there.
Shaker.
Let's
Shaker.
fucking go.
Yes! Go Vikings! I'm the biggest Vikings fan in the world.
Giants! Oh, I gotta see this, baby. Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Shit, honky.
We have it on video. It is official.
Elliot, we watching the game together now? Oh, you can't, bitch. It's during church.
I can probably come over for that game.
4:30.
No, I can come over for the first half.
Oh, God would not like that. God would not like that at all.
No.
You're going over to an alcoholic's house during church.
Nah, he'll be sober for that one.
Not until the final whistle blows.
Yeah.
I'll burn day one right there.
Yeah. Final whistle blows, you just fucking stone cold Steve Austin. 2 fucking ice cold Bud Lights. What?
Dude, Bradford, you're going to go to the store and load up on beers and vodka?
When I should just go get a trimmer.
Last second. Yeah.
So, hey.
Yeah.
How about we just, would we rather do spread or would we rather do money line?
Spread.
What if it's a push? Just nothing happens?
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing happens.
What about push? I do half, and I get 2.5 days to drink.
Sure.
And then and then you also have to shave just half your face.
Yeah, that's half day ball, and then.
Yeah, I like that. If it's a push, we both have to go half day ball, and you get 2.5 days.
Hell yeah!
Sounds good. That's awesome. All right, on to the next game.
No Nissan.
Sunday Night Football. We got the Ravens traveling into Cincinnati to play Joey Ice Cold Burrow and the Bengals. -10. Over-unders at 40.5. Has there been any news on a quarterback situation?
I have not
I got a-
received a notification.
ESPN
Oh,
notification. while we-
Did not practice.
Lamar
Did not
did
practice.
on
Not
his-
expected to play.
Hey,
Fuck!
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. You guys got to go one at a time. Jesus Christ. I couldn't hear anything you said.
But Lamar did not practice and is not expected to play.
So what about Tyler Huntley?
That's I'm honestly not even sure. I don't know, man. They didn't say anything about Huntley, but
And if not, it's what's his nuts, Anthony Johnson,
fucking Anthony Brown, I think.
Anthony Brown, whatever his name is.
Huntley still
might as
says
well
he's
be.
questionable.
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. So for that fact, Jesus Christ. So that news has changed my outlook. I was gonna say go ahead and buy the +10. There's no way fucking Lamar doesn't play, but nah. I mean, take the Bengals, but I don't know about 10. 10's a bit much.
That's what I'm saying.
The Ravens defense played very well last week. If you don't include those 3 turnovers, you wipe 17 points off the board there. The Bengals would have only scored 10 points on their offense. So it's still going to be a tight contest, but the Bengals are still going to get it done because the Ravens will not be able to put up points.
Yeah.
And you probably hammer the fucking under on this, even though it's 40.5.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching the spread, but that 40.5, I'm definitely hammering the under on that. Both defenses are good. I don't think the Ravens really showed anything last week. I don't think the Bengals really showed much either last week because they knew they would be playing each other right in the wild card round. So, I think, I don't know. I kind of lean towards the Ravens side here at 10, but I'm not going to touch the spread. Just put me down for the under. I like that a lot. So.
Gotcha. I like this. Okay. Just found a juicy little angle on this. 75% of the bets, 87% of the money's on the Bengals. So everybody and their mom's on the Bengals. I don't really like them at -10. They were at 6.5 48 hours ago. And then all this news started coming out about Lamar, and like they just figured that he was definitely not going to play. So it has moved all the way up to -10 now. I did get the Bengals in a couple parlays at -6.5. So pretty happy about that. But my official pick on this game will be winning margin. Cincinnati Bengals by 1 to 13 points. That is +145. Thank you very much. Have a fucking wonderful Sunday evening. I think, just judging by last week, Ravens defense is going to be able to hold the Bengals. I mean, they've seen them twice already. They're going to know what they're trying to do against them. Roquan Smith is a fucking dog. Marlon Humphrey's a fucking dog. Like, as long as the Ravens don't turn the ball over a bunch of times, I think Cincinnati wins in a close one, and getting plus money on them to win between 1 and 13 points is pretty good. So I will take that. Anything else?
Yeah.
Nope.
I like that pick a lot. I think if Tyler Huntley's not playing though, that definitely makes me sweat that a little bit more.
Yeah, true. But I mean, they only beat him by what, like 13 last week or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Perhaps, I mean, I don't want to call it a stinker because it's still probably going to be a decent game. It's a playoff game. But the fact that this is the Monday Night Football game on Super Wildcard weekend is kind of atrocious. Jerry Jones and the boys traveled down to Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers. Buccaneers started out at 3-point dogs. They are down to 2.5-point dogs. Totals at 45.5. Elliot, what you got on this one, pal?
I actually think we have a case where teams are moving in the opposite directions. I think Tampa Bay's looked very good here last week. 2 weeks ago when Tom Brady threw 3 touchdowns to Mike Evans. Looks like their offense is getting back together. They're getting the offensive linemen healthy. Their defense is still playing at a decent level. And the Cowboys, they're still winning games, but they haven't been very they lost to Commanders last week, and it wasn't like they weren't trying to win either. Dak has a problem throwing interceptions, throwing one 7 games straight. And their defense has struggled a little bit. Micah Parsons isn't doing what he was at the beginning of the season. All their cornerbacks, I think, have been hurt this year, so they're all on backups there. Tom Brady's won 8 straight against Cowboys. I think he extends it to 9. I like Buccaneers plus 2.5. Go ahead and buy it out to the 3. There's no reason not to buy it out to the 3. I also think Mike McCarthy's a bit of a dum-dum. He just, when I see him on the sideline, he just
Bit
looks
of
like
a
he's
goober,
cool.
huh?
So I also don't really like Todd Bowles or Byron Leftwich that. Oh man, I can't say his name. Byron Leftwich that much, but what? I think Tom Brady gets it done.
Yeah. Real quick, sorry, Bradford. Tom Brady is undefeated against the Cowboys. And there is such a thing as sleepy Tom Brady, where he sometimes has a problem showing up in primetime games. So,
but he doesn't have the kids to look after anymore. He doesn't have to be in bed early.
True. Bradford, what you got?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Elliot here. I think I'm gonna go Tampa, but I'm just gonna take a money line here. Go ahead and sprinkle a little bit on that money line. I think they get it done. Got a little juicy parlay for this one too. Chris Godwin touchdown. We got Brady over 250 alternate line, and we got Tampa plus 2.5 just in case they lose.
What's Mike Evans at for anytime touchdown? Plus 185. He just threw 3 to Mike Evans. Last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean that could be a good one too.
Godwin's at plus 210. That's good value.
Yeah, I mean Godwin's gonna get a ton of targets. So,
see, I wanted to take Leonard Fournette anytime touchdown score, but you never know with Tampa Bay because they'll shove in that fucking Rashad White dude.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they shove in that fucking Rashad White dude sometimes too, and it's like
I would not touch any Leonard Fournette props.
Yeah. So let's see, 53% of the bets are on the Bucks, so kind of 50-50. 67% of the money's on the Cowboys, which doesn't really scare me at all because it's not that much. Tom Brady's never lost to the Cowboys. I hate to do it because every time we've done it, it has lost. But give me a motherfucking team, right? Tampa Bay plus 3. Plus 3. I think even if they do lose, it will be a close game because that is all the Bucks know how to play is close games. And I think I was going to take Dak to throw an interception, but it is at minus 180, so I cannot lay that much juice. Maybe look at a Tampa Bay defensive touchdown. Maybe a pick 6. That's plus 900. That's pretty juicy. Maybe just a sprinkle on that one. I think there's a couple opportunities. But yeah, I just don't think I probably will be sprinkling in on Tampa Bay money line, but I will definitely be writing plus 3 for the team. Go Tom. This might be Tom's last year in Tampa Bay.
Could be a lot of rumors. Tom's last year in the fucking league.
Well, a lot of rumors saying that Tom's going to go over to Las Vegas and join his old buddy Josh McDaniels one last ride for the boys.
Oh, could you imagine him with Devontae Adams?
That's him,
Jesus
Devontae,
Christ.
Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Josh
Or if-
Jacobs.
We're the fucking Niners too, man.
Yeah, but I think
they're not going to
that,
sign
like,
Brady.
there's going to be a QB competition between Trey Lance and Brock Purdy at the end of this year. And honestly, Brock Purdy might win that fucking thing.
Trey Lance is dog shit.
I think if Brock Purdy takes him to the Super Bowl, baby,
So
I don't know how you not have him as the
You
starter.
tossed Trey Lance to the fucking Wolves.
that's
I mean,
so if Brock Purdy wins a Super Bowl, franchise quarterback for at least the next 5 years, right? I mean, Mr. Irrelevant never fucking heard.
They better
I mean,
sign his ass to something.
I mean, if they're not going to give Jimmy G a contract, who else are they going to get? Derek Carr?
But they don't want to sign anybody to a big contract right now. They have 2 guys on a rookie contract. Yeah, if Brock Purdy goes and wins your Super Bowl,
That's what I'm
give him.
That's what I'm saying though. You ride Brock Purdy's rookie contract. He was Mr. Irrelevant. You're probably paying what, $7.25 an hour? Like he's not getting shit. So ride that motherfucker out.
He's paying to be on the team.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I mean,
free.
you have Christian McCaffrey, which who knows if he'll be around in 5 years. He might fucking break his back in half by that point. But it would be nice to see that whole team fucking ride, and them and the Chiefs just have fucking
8 Super Bowl matchups.
That'd be kind of cool.
No, fuck that. Fuck the Chiefs.
All right. Anyway, have yourself a fucking wonderful Super Wildcard weekend, boys. I think it is going to be an electric fucking time. Oh, I do want to fucking. I got this. So I love doing teasers. Sometimes it is very hard with big spreads because if a team's going to blow them out by 13.5, they're probably going to blow them out by fucking 20.5. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Or So I threw a little teaser in. Hold on, let me try and find it here. I have about 65 bets placed for this weekend. I won quite a chunk of change on college basketball over the past few days. So I've just been putting futures bets in for Super Wildcard weekend, and we have a 7-point teaser. This is each game. We have something on. I took totals and I took spreads. So 7-point teaser. I took the total down to 35.5. I have the over for Seahawks San Francisco, over 35.5. I have the Chargers plus 4.5. I have the Bills down to 2.5. I have the Giants up to 10. I have the under of 49.5 for Ravens and Bengals. 49.5. There's no fucking chance in hell that's getting
no
past
fucking
50.
chance, bro.
And then I have under 52.5 for Cowboys and Bucks. Because I don't think they put up many points either. It's probably going to be a fucking 17-20 game. That will get you plus 350. Put the fucking mortgage on it, boys.
Responsibly.
Yeah.
Put the mortgage on it responsibly.
I fucking love it.
Put it on the credit card. It's not your money.
We just gotta get one more in here. Let's see.
Juice it up. Juice it up, baby.
You guys got anything else? Any touchdown scoring props?
I have a 3-leg parlay. Pretty simple one. Gets you fairly good odds, but give me Jags, Giants, Bucks. Tease them all to plus 7.5.
Jags, Giants, Bucks. I like that. What's the odds on that?
It was just barely. I think it was plus 150, something like that. So nothing too crazy, but a pretty simple bet that should hit.
A wild man.
Yeah, no,
Don't
I'm going
mind that
crazy
at all.
over here.
Bradford, anything?
Nope, I gave you everything I had.
Alrighty, well, I will shoehorn in one last pick. And why would we have a Super for wild card weekend if we didn't have a fucking five-star pick of the week, baby.
Yes.
It's a juicy little 4-leg money line parlay. It's sitting at plus 184. Simple. Niners, Bills, Bengals, Chargers, Dubs. Plus 184.
Love it.
That's 5-star
I
right there.
absolutely fucking love it. Yeah, I mean,
Five-star.
I've never seen a better 5-star in my life, other than
That
Steelers
could be
money line
a
last week.
fucking
That was-
6-star.
And I don't want to curse it, but the 5-star has only lost one time this whole entire season. So
You got really good odds.
I know
there.
Huh?
You got really good odds there.
Well, I wanted to get it without the Chargers, but just couldn't see a way. So fuck it.
Yep.
Give me Herbie.
Ravens flock. Let's fly. All right, boys.
All right, boys. Fucking
Let's have a
Have a
super
great weekend.
weekend.
see you next week for divisional round.
Go Vikes.
Let's fucking go.